So here we are again in these unprecedented times of the coronavirus outbreak. It's just as important, even though we're all working from home, to make sure that we keep a track of sort of fire safety and we make sure that we've got good working smoke alarms on each level of our properties. Now, part of checking your smoke alarms obviously comes to the time where you need to replace the batteries in them, if you can in fact replace the batteries in them. Most of the detectors that we use and we recommend do have a battery in. However, there are 10-year sealed units, which are in fact a better option sometimes, because all detectors have to be replaced at 10-yearly intervals anyway. However, the ones that take batteries that I've got here in front of me, I only have 3. Obviously, there is many more different types of detector out there. But again, if you want to drop me a picture of your detectors, or send us a short video of the detector itself, we'll do our best to obviously try and help you and guide you on how to replace the batteries if in fact they are driving you insane. And of course, whenever the batteries go, it's always the middle of the night, and it stops you from sleeping. Now, what we don't want you to do is to take the detector down, to break the detector, to take the battery out and then forget to replace it, because smoke detectors obviously are only any good if they're working, they're tested, the batteries are fresh in them and that sort of thing. So please, whatever you do, if they're beeping, do not take the device down, do not throw it out of your window, don't drive over it, don't hide it in the bin in the garden. Just leave it in place until you can contact someone, find an instruction book online, or some way of replacing the batteries. So I've got 3 of the common ones that we use as a company here in front of me. The first one being the Fire Angel detector that looks something like this. Now, these Fire Angel detectors are absolutely fantastic. They have a 10-year life on them and they are extremely easy to replace the battery in. Now, you can imagine that detector is going to be fitted up onto your roof, and all you need to do is twist it like that round, and you'll see that that plate will stay attached to the roof in your house. However, in the back of the detector, we've got a 9-volt battery. To replace the battery, simple as pop it out, get rid of that battery, put it somewhere safe so that you can dispose of it correctly, put your new 9-volt battery into the back, make sure you line the terminals up correctly. It's got a little safety tag in there as well, so it knows when there's no battery in. Clip the battery back in, go back to your base that's fitted to the ceiling. It'll twist it back on, and then on the front of the detector you'll see in this clear perspex circle around the outside, you get a little confidence flash, a LED will flash to tell you that it's working again. Of course, as always, make sure you press the test button in the middle, press and hold it for 2 seconds, make sure that it activates. As long as it does, then you've got another working detector back on your ceiling again. Now, the next device that we've got is a slightly more advanced detector, because it will be wired into the mains as well. So it's always worthwhile when you're doing things that are connected to the mains that you find the right trip switch in your fuse board and you turn the power off to the detector. Now, on the side of this detector, it's a sealed unit and it won't just pop open. But on the side, it quite clearly tells you to remove head, push screwdriver in and slide cover off. So I don't know whether you can see it or not, but on the side here, there's a very small little gap just on the front, big enough for a small screwdriver head. All you've got to do is slide your flathead screwdriver into there until it clicks, and then the actual detector itself pushes off one way and then comes away. That piece will remain connected to the ceiling because that's got the wires in that go to the fuse board or into the lighting circuit. And in the back of the detector, you can see here that there's another 9-volt battery inside connected through a tag. Remove the battery, change it over, put your new battery in, make sure that it's sitting nice and flat in there and you haven't kinked any of the cables over. And then all you need to do is line these little pins up on the back of the detector with the piece on the roof. Once you've got it in the right line, you'll notice it sits nice and flat, and then you slide it on until you get that nice click, and you'll notice then the detector is secure and attached to your ceiling again. Once again, make sure on the front of the detector, once you've put it in place, you've got a little test button here. Turn your power back on at the fuse board if you have turned it off, and then press and hold the test button for 2 seconds to make sure it activates. Like I said, there are many different types of detector out there. Here's just another example. Test button in the middle. Again, screwdriver into the side, but this one is hinged. So on the back side, it's got a little hinge. It'll fold down and then it'll expose the battery for you so it can be replaced. There's that annoying beep. So whatever detectors you've got, there is usually a way to replace the batteries if they have got a replaceable battery in them. However, there are these 10-year units, as I mentioned earlier. They have a sealed battery, so you can't actually replace those. So please don't try to replace them. Just take the unit down. If you've got a battery visible in front of you, then again, you can just replace the battery in it. However, if the battery is not visible, don't try to take the detector apart to remove any kind of lithium battery cells that might be inside. All detectors, particularly these three that I've got here, should all be replaced every 10 years anyway. And if they are considerably older than 10 years, then obviously after we're out of this situation, make sure that you make yourself a note somewhere to get some replacement detectors put in. But of course, if you're struggling with any information, then please give us a call, drop us a message, send us your pictures over relating to your detectors, and we'll do our very best to help you in these very strange times that we are in. I hope you found this video useful. If you need any more information, then like I say, please contact us. Have a look on our website, there's plenty of info on there, or of course you can always give us a call. Thanks very much and good luck, stay safe and stay home.